Alright, so we got the tune file back from Nate, Dr. Tune Mall. Give it a second try and see what happens. Alright, that sounded way better. That was the first start. Car does run and drive. Off camera, it does go into gear. It does move under its own power. Kind of got to really shut them with your purse, if you know what I'm saying. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So I've been working on the Z2H8 Camaro. Been plugging away at a few things here and there. We got some more parts installed. So right here, we got our race equipped harnesses. We just got the standard 3-inch lap belts for the passenger. And then we got the Hans dedicated ones. So they go to 3-inch to 2-inch for the Hans device. I think that's it really for the car, or at least the inside of the car, I should say. We've got the window channels all primed up, ready for glass. So I got our little trim pieces in here, our little stops that I forgot about. So everything is nice and protected and coated. We got the rear glass installed. This is the glass that came with the car. It's really scratched up, but we had it and we didn't have to pay for it. So we're gonna keep it. I used a urethane on this instead of like the rope cord that a lot of people use. And I will say I'm going to try that one next. So it's installed nonetheless. It is hopefully watertight. And yeah, other than that, we've been really just buttoning the car up, making it look like a car again. So bumpers on, taillights are in. Spoilers are back on. So yeah, it's gonna look like a clapped out Camaro once again. So it's pretty exciting. So what we're going to do today is get the front glass installed. Once I get the front glass in there, let it dry a little bit, and go ahead and put the trim on. And then technically the car will be ready to go, as in it'll be sealed up 100%. Windows still work. The window glass is still installed. We're not going to put the fenders on just yet until after the dyno. Want to make sure everything is good. That way we have full visual on the engine side, the transmission side. Just makes it a little bit easier not having the fenders installed. So at least we'll have glass, which is cool. And yeah, we'll be ready to go. So it's getting really close to actually making some progress, either on the dyno, on the strip, driving. Our wheels and tires are on their way as well. Actually, 2 of the tires showed up just recently. So our bracket radial tires are here. Still waiting on the fronts and obviously waiting on the wheels. So we did order wheels. I think about 6 weeks to make and get here. All I'm going to say is they are forged wheels. They are one-piece billet aluminum forged wheels. So that's super exciting. They were a pretty penny, but they should be pretty. So we're gonna see. Pretty excited for that. And yeah, let's get to it. Let's get this glass installed. We got the glass installed. So we have a little bit of oozage coming out the top, which isn't a big deal. I'll go back later tomorrow or the next day once it's fully tacked up and go from there. It's just a cheap reproduction glass. I think it was like 120 bucks. So it actually fits quite well for how cheap it was. Keep in mind, guys, that this car will be stripped head to toe, front to back, left to right. 100%. It will be just a body being painted. So we're gonna paint everything. That's why I left the dash and the cowl and all that bare. The front glass is 100% done. We got the trim installed. I went ahead and cleaned up that ceiling a little bit, but our gaps are pretty decent, except for in this corner, it's kind of large. But again, this will be coming back out here in, well, actually, I don't know when. I can't tell you when. But the glass will be coming out for a second time. That way we can paint every single square inch of this car. So this car will be stripped head to toe, like I was saying. And yeah, full paint job. So you might be curious why I showed it running and then not showing you guys it running now. The car does run and drive. Off camera, it does go into gear. It does move under its own power. But it is running off of a very, I don't want to say crude, but a very crude bass tune, right? So it's just enough to get it running. It's running super fat. When I did the oil change, I got up to temp about 160, 175 degrees. I did the oil change on it and the oil was full of fuel. So I don't want to continue to run it and foul out the new fuel or new oil I just put in it, because I did do an oil change just to inspect the filter, make sure there's no trash in there, make sure the engine is happy at the moment. So running on a very bass tune, which is fine. It's no big deal. We're not in any type of rush. Just wanted to make sure everything was working. All the sensors work, all the ripe sensor stuff works, water pump, all the accessories work, no fuel leaks, no transmission leaks, trans brake works, every single thing on the car, minus the front headlights work because they're not wired yet. But I'm sure we'll get that done, obviously, because we got everything else done. So this gives us a little bit extra time to finish the car up. We're gonna put the front end on it. We got new door seals, new roof rail seals, so now we can actually close the door and have the doors seal up, because as you can see, there's no seal there. There's supposed to be a seal there. So door seals here, we're going to be taking all of those off. We're going to be installing the new ones. I need to make a patch for that. And also we're going to be putting the door sill covers on. I need to trim them just a little bit, because right here, our main power, one of our main power leads is kind of coming up at an angle because there's two other ones underneath it. So we'll have to trim that back. That way we can get that cover back on. But yeah, still got a lot of things to do, a lot of things to button up, a lot of things to finalize, and then we can worry about putting it on the dyno, making some power. I don't remember if I showed you guys this or not, but we got our tires in. We got our fronts, our Mickey Thompson SRs, our Sportsman SRs. These are a 26 by 6 by 17. So we will be running a 17-inch tire up front, and these are a Mickey Thompson Pro Bracket radials. These are a 28, 10, 5, 15. So these are, from what I'm told, a little bit easier for a less prep track. So there's two tracks near us. There's an 8th Mile track, which has shady prep, and then there's Bradenton, which has one of the best preps. So those tires will work great for both of those. So depending on how the car does, what we decide to do with the car, what class we decide to run with the car, probably go to the Radial Pros. But until then, those will get us by. So the fact that we ordered tires means that we have ordered wheels. Our wheels are being made as we speak. 2 of them are completed. 2 of them will be shipping next week. The other 2 will be completed next week and hopefully shipping the following week. So we will have all 4 of our wheels made to order, custom, 100% CNC, billet, everything, the whole 9 yards, right? They are not B-Locks. Right now, they're not B-Locks, because we're not going to be that guy running B-Locks on a slow car. We're going to run B-Locks if we need to run B-Locks. And yeah, that's about it, really. Yeah, like I said, we're going to get the car buttoned up. So go ahead and put you guys on the tripod, put these door seals on, get the front end on, start making this thing look like a car again. So here we have our new Metro seals, our super soft seals from Metro. We got these from 2nd Gen Graveyard. Now, these guys sell a lot of parts. It's a Facebook group. A lot of hard to find parts, a lot of helping find parts as well. So got these things for a pretty damn good deal. Definitely recommend, if you guys have a 2nd Gen, look into these guys and get you some new parts. door seal number 1, or at least the door seal and the roof rail seal on the passenger side are done. So in theory, I rolled the window up, cleaned it off a little bit because it hasn't been rolled up in about 3 years. In theory, when I close the door, it should work. So I'm gonna do a soft close first. Make sure the glass isn't gonna hit anything and shatter. Which looks like it's gonna clear. Which it does. And the seal looks pretty damn good. Making good contact everywhere. Cool. Alright. Move on to the next side. Oh, one more thing. This glass will be replaced as well with the back glass. Probably for windshield again. Probably gonna get the tinted glass to make some, I think 30 or 25% tinted glass. It's all scratched up just like the back is, so, but for right now, it's okay. Well, day by day, this thing is starting to look more and more like a car. We got the window and door seals all finished up. Driver's side door seals are done. Just kind of cleaned up the interior a little bit. Harnesses are in there and done. I tied up the loose straps over there. So yeah, pretty good. Pretty satisfied with that. Oh, kind of gotta really shut them with your purse, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, it's got the nice satisfying old vehicle door slam sound, which in my opinion is pretty nice sound. Got the front end on, got the big heavy bumper support on. We don't have the, I'm not gonna put the bumper cover on just yet. Need the fenders to really line all that up. But for right now, this is good enough. Kind of just threw it on there, as you can see. It's nice and dirty. Dirt from 30, 40 years ago. But yeah, so I'm not worried about really cleaning that up just because we don't know what we're gonna do with this yet. So if we go with fiberglass front end or something like that, we do not need this bumper support. So I'm not gonna spend all the time and energy and money to make it clean. So it'll do us good for right now until we future upgrade this thing. So yeah, next time you guys will see this, it'll be sitting on a new pair of wheels, tires, and just maybe, rolling down the road. So hopefully we can get it on the new wheels and tires. That means then we can go to the dyno. So I'm not going to dyno it on these super old tires. I think they're from like 92 or some 93, something like that. Tires are super old. All right, so the last thing I want to do is spin these things up to 150 mile an hour, have the tread come off and just destroy the quarter panel or hurt somebody or whatever. So better safe than sorry. Put them on the new tires, and yeah, just get it done. Get it finalized, get it done, get it rolling, get it driving, which technically it is, but hearsay, or not hearsay, but get it more drivable, I should say, because right now, kind of blip the throttle when it's warm, doesn't want to do anything. Actually, well, sorry, it wants to stall out, it doesn't want to actually rev. So like I said, it's running really fat. It's a very crude bass tune just to get started, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, just need a better tune, new wheels and tires. We'll be done. We'll be ready to go. And that's it. So it's definitely been a long journey. Still have a little bit of ways to go. But yeah, really appreciate all you guys for following, supporting us, myself and my brother. Like I said, it's just me now, but that's all right, because we still got more content coming, we still have more cars coming, we still have more videos coming. So stay tuned. Go ahead and like it, or like the page, follow, subscribe, do all that good stuff for us, you guys. Help support your boys, and we will see you in the next episode. Thanks again.